Hey everybody, happy Friday to you. I'm reading this morning in Hebrews 6, which has one of my favorite verses in it. And although it's a bit of a repeat topic in such a year that it has been, I feel it's so important for us to talk repeatedly about the trustworthiness of the Lord, His sovereignty, His power, His goodness, that He has for us, that He's not going anywhere. He hasn't abandoned us. In Hebrews 6, I'm reading in verse 11, it says, "And we desire that each one of you show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope until the end, that you do not become sluggish, but imitate those who through faith and patience inherit the promise." And just a few verses later, it says, "This hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which enters the presence behind the veil." I know sometimes when we talk about faith, a lot of times I know I get this image in my mind of a faith that advances, that takes new territory, that conquers the mountaintop, right? That, just growth and enhancement in my life, a faith that is just growing. And while that's right and good, there's also a really important, equally important element of our faith that is endurance, that is simply standing your ground, hanging on tight, not faltering, not falling apart, not abandoning our faith, right? But standing firm. And that is what this passage is talking about today. In this passage, it's talking about Abraham and how God made these promises to Abraham. And there were two things about his promises that Abraham could put his full assurance in. One was the fact that God does not lie. So the words that he says are 100% trustworthy. They are as good as done. God does not lie. And the other aspect is that God is the highest there is. God could swear by no one greater, it says, for He is the highest and most powerful that there is. So it's God Himself being the one who said it, and God who does not lie. Here we are, all of us, we have found ourselves out to sea on really choppy waters this year, right? And when we talk about standing firm and not abandoning our faith, God who brought us out here is going to get us to the other side. No matter what that looks like. And now is not the time to abandon ship in our faith. It's never the time to abandon ship. But what do we do? Looking to Jesus where our full hope lies. Jesus who there is no one greater and who cannot lie, but His promises are yes and amen. They are fixed, they are sure. Well, what we can do, and this is what I want to just encourage us with today, out on these choppy waters in our boats, when things are uncertain and sometimes scary, or we don't know what's next, or we're just waiting for things to be calm, take some time to go underwater, so to speak. Get away with the Lord. Travel down to where that anchor is, where you can see Him fully, away from the world, hear His voice, shutting out everything else, and see Him for who He is. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Under the waters, away with the Lord, the waters down there are calm and peaceful. When we hear His voice, we are reassured. And we find strength to endure. We find our hope and our faith increase. So friends, today I just simply want to share this imagery with you, an encouragement to anytime that you can in your walk with the Lord, find time to get away with Him, to hear His voice. It is as if you are, not abandoning ship, but momentarily crawling out of the crazy boat, going down the line underwater to find that anchor that is so fixed and firm and secure. Find Him today. He is there ready and waiting for you to show himself to you, to show himself trustworthy and kind and good and in control over all. And have a great Friday.